Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, let's see. So I had some tasty peppermint tea left. It's very delicious left over. So tonight for dinner I'm having some baked chicken. Okay, for the last week I've been eating all my half-eaten packages, and then I've been making a lot of food with those half-eaten packages. I've made pasta of all kinds. I've made all kinds of cheap food, and I've made a lot, and I've eaten it all. And I thought, yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to go. That's a good way to conserve your resources. But another good way to conserve your resources is just make one serving, eat that, and eat it all. That's a good way too. That's what I did today, and I think I like it. I used to go to McDonald's for a hamburger every single day, but now I really don't want to do that. So I made myself a lettuce wrap, with a hamburger, mustard, ketchup, pickle relish, and I wrapped it in a lettuce leaf, and that was good. I want to get my life as much as possible like my real life before we were in the pandemic, back in the good old days. Okay, let me see if this thing is still going. You might as well laugh because that's all we can do, right? We're stuck in the house. It's boring as hell. You can't go shopping because there's germs. So I thought, okay, so for dinner, I want to make, I made some baked chicken. Chicken is one of the cheapest things you can possibly buy. This is my old tried and true chicken. I want to tame down a little bit of the carbs for a week or so, and then I'll go back to eating whatever I darn well please. So how I made the chicken was I lightly dusted my chicken with flour, and I sprinkled a lot of garlic, salt, and pepper, and then I put some margarine in the pan. I baked 350 and I turned halfway. All my life I have made my chicken that way because I worked, and when I came home for dinner, I needed a quick meal. So now I just want to make myself some salad. So I got some romaine lettuce. That's a good one because you can tear the outer leaves off, So now I'll just, I'll put some tomatoes on my lettuce. I could cut it up, but I like it. I have to be careful. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I sell on. So I'll just put some lettuce. This wasn't the cheapest tomato I ever met. It cost me 93 cents. And so then I have some black olives. I find these jumbo olives from Walmart to be good. And then I have some capers. Capers are tasty. I stockpiled them, so I can't possibly run out of them. Capers are essential. Essential for tastiness. Okay, let's see now. And then I bought an assortment of these salad fixings. They're really good. I like these crispy onions on my salads. They're very, very tasty. So this is a pretty substantial amount of salad. So half of my plate is salad. And then I'll put some tortilla strips on one and some croutons on the other. So this way my salad is a little bit crunchy. And then I have some croutons. You know that pea soup I made? I ate it all. I ate the second half of it today and I had croutons on it. Good. Okay, so that's... And I have one of these salad dressings left from a kit, and I will eat that. Okay, let me show you my salads. Here is my salads. Earlier today, I made biscuits, so I have a couple biscuits. I have some honey and some butter in the refrigerator. And if I don't eat it all, that's okay. I eat it later. You guys have seen me do it. I bought these chicken legs when they were on sale for 98 cents a pound. I think I bought them at Vaughn's. I'm not sure. A lot of times I get good deals at Vaughn's. Okay, so now for dessert, I made sugar-free peach jello. I like this dessert and it is not fattening. A lot of times I eat the whole thing in the middle of the night, you know, instead of like gorging on ice cream. I just have sugar-free jello. And this one's really good. See how it's almost frozen? Totally frozen. It's like ice cream. And then I have some vanilla yogurt, and I just put the yogurt on top. Aldi's has a really good price on yogurt. I bought this one at 99 cents only though. So this is a pretty cost-effective meal, chicken and salad and sugar-free jello with yogurt on top. Here it is. I think it's kind of helpful to see what the other guy does. Okay, so now you guys heard that the next week or 2 weeks is going to be really, really bad, and a lot of people might die, which is worrisome. So the most important thing is we don't want to catch the coronavirus, and the easiest way to do that is don't go outside unless it's absolutely necessary. There's a really good comment. One said get the pooper scoopers, you know, for your dogs to use as gloves. And the other one said use sandwich bags. I go, yeah, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Thank you guys for the comments. I mean, I see people here with no gloves and no mask. You know, just get some baggies and cover your face with a scarf or turtleneck, you know. So you don't want to catch the coronavirus. You never know if you're the one that might not survive. Also, you have to protect against losing everything or losing ground financially, which is really hard if you can't work. But what you can do is take every step you possibly can. That's what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm staying in the house and I'm not spending any money. And I have every utility off. I'm doing everything I possibly can, you know, to save money. I mean, if you sit in the house and you don't spend any money. And then the last thing is you want to take measures not to run out of food, lose your house or lose your car. If you are really poor, call 211 and go to the food banks. The one food pantry that I went to, you don't have to get out of your car. You get a number and you put it on your dashboard and they bring the food to you. So consider doing that. Don't sit in your house going hungry. Call 211 and figure out what to do. Okay, so I was telling my son, okay, the next week is supposed to be dangerous, so I think the best thing to do is exercise care for the next 72 hours. That's going to put us midweek and we can see what's happening then. You know, keep your eye on the news and try to figure out just how dangerous it is and why. One thing that could be dangerous is looting. Also, if you are going to be robbed, it's easier to rob you if you're outside of your house than you're inside of your house, in case the looting starts. I've seen no indication of looting here, but I have seen indications of stores preparing to prevent it. Like in the 7-Eleven, all the merchandise is cleared out of the front of the store. And in Walmart, they have it all. It's like little aisles, which I think is dangerous. You know, we're all caught in little places, you know, closer together, breathing each other's air. If I need something, what I do is I dash in first thing in the morning and dash out real quick. I don't do a big shopping trip. The longer you're in there, the more dangerous it is. And also, it's harder to steal your car without a key. So if you're in your house and your key for your car is in your house, then you know your car is safer as well. And another thing that's worrisome is if there's knocks on the door and they say it's the police or the National Guard, don't answer the door, or don't go to the door and say, who is it? And if like the police or National Guard break in, you just tell them, how was I supposed to know it was really you? I mean, how would you really know? Okay, and then let me see how many minutes we are at. Uh-oh. I just want to mention a couple more things. So you're doing everything you possibly can do, and I'm still able to sell a little bit on eBay. Okay, here is an example of a really pretty lace dress, and I have almost sold this twice, but I took it down because I didn't know if I could get it to the person. And then here is another example, and I sell these cheap. This dress is, you need the right girl. It's not a really big dress, it's large, but it's kind of small. And it's a dress made in India. I really love it. And then you guys have seen these, but I have a watcher on these boots. So maybe you can earn a little extra money. Okay. Also, I wanted to tell you one more thing. I got Jell-O on the floor. I made cookies today to go with my tea. You guys have seen these. This is my favorite cookie recipe, and it's the easy cookie recipe. Bake 350. Okay, now I just wanted to tell you one more thing. Okay, so a lot of you are probably going, boy, I sure am glad I don't live in California. Well, I'll tell you, I'll have you guys know Governor Newsom is doing a good job. He really is. We were the first state to go on the lockdown, which has probably saved all kinds of lives. We went on lockdown. Well, you guys saw me here. I go, wow, I'm under house arrest. That was March 17th, but I've sort of been locked down since the 15th. Also, he's called for all the medical retirees and students to step forward. He's also made provisions for the homeless. Working with FEMA, they got some motels for them to stay in. I think those are for people who had the coronavirus. And then April 1st, there is a bill relieving the duty to pay if you don't have a job, but you do have to repay it. And then today, He signed a bill for homeowners, if you have a certain zip code, to get solar panels. And that creates jobs as well. So he has just been busy day and night. So I have to give credit where credit is due. But for the next 72 hours, I'll be sticking very close to home. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep your eye out, and God bless you all.